Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen, and you're listening to Sales Funnel Radio. I've spent the last 4 years learning from the most brilliant marketers today. And now I've left my 9-to-5 to take the plunge and build my $1 million business. The real question is, how will I do it without VC funding or debt, completely from scratch? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my online business using only today's best internet sales funnels. My name is Steve Larsen, and welcome to Sales Funnel Radio. What's up, everyone? Hey, this is a bit of a special episode. I did a Facebook Live recently. It was crazy. Within like a few hours, there's like over 600 views on it, and it got shared and tons of comments. Anyway, what I was doing is I wanted people to understand more about the order that I go through to launch my funnels. And this is important for you to understand because I feel like people do it backwards like crazy. And it drives me nuts. And this is one of those areas where I recently have had a lot of clarity, and it really has helped me to know when to suggest to people that they're ready to start the funnel building stage, okay? Because I feel like one of the major errors people make is that the first thing they do is they just jump into ClickFunnels and start building something, but they don't even know what they're building. And then when they build it, they don't know how it sells. And so what I want you to do is I would take notes on this. There's really just 3 steps, 3 phases that you'll be able to see clearly in this. Or here. And so what I did is I did a Facebook Live kind of deep diving into it. It's only like 10 minutes long or whatever, but I feel like it's going to help bring some clarity on when to build the funnel and when to not build the funnel, when you're not ready to go to that stage yet. If you want to know Steven, how did you build so many funnels so fast? Well, it's because, building the funnel was really step 3 every time. Step 1s and 2s were already done. And so I could just do step 3, build, right? Does that make sense? Anyway, so I hope you enjoy this. Let me cue it over here right now. And I hope you enjoy more of, I just hope that helps you understand more of the order that I funnel build in. I know I've already said that, but this will be powerful because the first time I ever did this, it did not go well on my own. And it's because I did not understand these core pieces and elements of funnel building itself. This is the order that I get my funnels off the ground, okay? The first time I ever built a funnel that actually went really well, it was probably like my 5th funnel, okay? And I went through and this was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I went and I was building these funnels, right? And I was putting this stuff out there, and I originally was doing it in WordPress. Terrible, right? Terrible experience. It was awful. And I was building all in WordPress, and I was building funnels for, I built this funnel for this artist, and it went really, really well. It was technically it was an e-com site, but the way we were trying to sell it was a little bit funnel-ish. It was before ClickFunnels ever existed. And then I went through and I was building funnels for people with GetResponse, their landing page software. Okay, and it's rough. Oh my gosh! Like actually using GetResponse landing page software in a funnel scenario, it was like, oh my gosh, it was nuts. So when I saw ClickFunnels like a few months after it came out, I was like, this is freaking awesome. Are you kidding me? I've been trying to do all this stuff by hand in these other scenarios. Super, super hard. And I was like, this is crazy. So we went out and my buddy and I, Colton, right, who's now my assistant, high ticket salesperson. We're trying to come up with all the crazy names. Part-time sushi chef, snake enchanter. I don't know. He's one of my best friends. And he's in this game with me now, which is funny. Full circle. It's been this way. But like years ago, we built this funnel using ClickFunnels, right? And we didn't have money to get something like ClickFunnels. $97 a month felt like this insurmountable amount of money. And we're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? $97? I see the value, but I don't have $97 a month. And I was like, how do I do this? And so what we did was we decided that we would, I was like, ugh! I was reading a lot of Robert Kiyosaki at the time, and I was like, Robert Kiyosaki always says that poor people say I can't afford it, and rich people say, how can I afford it? And I was like, I'm going to try and practice this, right? This is 5 years ago. I was like we were poor. We like living paycheck to paycheck, mostly on student loans. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure the game out. I was hustling as hard as I could. I'd get all my homework done in a few hours, and then I'd go hide in these box office seats in the basketball stadium. And I'd wait for the security guards to not look at me. And I would throw my bag through the front window of the box office. or sorry, the box seats. Okay. And then I would wait for the security guards to look away again. Then I would jump through the front window, and I did that for a year and a half. And up there was quiet. The internet was fast. I could stay and hide up there way past building close. And I did that every day for a solid year and a half. And what we did was when ClickFunnels came out, right? And we were like, we got to have this tool. I want to build this funnel, right? This is the first real successful funnel that I built. We decided there's really two funnels we built. The first one was we were like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to plan out the whole business. Let's plan out the entire thing. Let's plan it all out. And then we'll press go on our trial. And when we press go on the trial, we have 2 weeks to build the funnel, bring customers in, and get them paying for ClickFunnels so that we could have it and our customers would pay for it. And that's totally what we did. And it worked. And we both said goodbye to our wives for like 2 weeks. And we planned out the business, and then we pressed go. Boom. And we just ran. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to I didn't even know how to change colors of a column. Like, I was so new in ClickFunnels that I quickly became that guy to the support people, because I asked at least 2 questions a day, every day for like a year. And I was like, question. And I was like, crap, I can't do this. Hook this up. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, trying to go as fast as I could because the timer was going, right? That kind of good pressure is fantastic for the soul and for your progression. And so but you got to be willing to experience it. You know what I mean? You got to say yes to it. And so that's what we did. And I will tell you that we built the funnel, we got it out there, and it was for this smartphone insurance funnel. And we didn't make money, but we didn't really lose money either. We both kind of broke even, and it paid for ClickFunnels. It paid for our stuff. And that's really what got us going. And it's really what got me the tool. Now that I had the tool, I was like, hey, what do I want to go build? And what I did was I went through and I launched out, and I created this funnel for the MLM space, right? A lot of you guys know that. A lot of you guys know this story. But I was like, oh my gosh, I got this idea for this sweet product. No one's ever pulled it off before. It's going to be freaking awesome. And so I built this product, and I'm spending, because I was in the Army, I was in school, we had a kid, you know what I mean? Like, life was busy. It took me about 8 months to build the actual info product, okay, and put it together. And write the scripts and funnel hack the crap out of people, and like, you know what I mean? Like, put all the pieces together. And then what I did is I went through and I launched it and put it out there, and nobody bought it. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? The product is freaking incredible. Are you serious? I just spent tons of time making the funnel, lots of time putting the product together. And then when it was all said and done, after 8 months, no one was buying it. I was like, what's wrong with this? This was now 4 years ago. Okay. That's the amount of time that's gone, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, what's going on with this thing? Okay. And one of the issues that I learned over the last few years, I've now coached over 700 people through the 2 Comical coaching program. I've coached a whole bunch of people through my own, and the pattern is always this, is that people will start by jumping in and they're like, what funnel should I build? Right? And then when they get into ClickFunnels, they're like, this is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. Right? What funnel am I going to build? And then they build this funnel of what they think it should look like because they've seen other people's, and that's great, right? They're funnel hacking. But then they're like, crap, what should I sell? And they're like, oh man, you know what? Maybe on this page we'll sell this. Maybe on this page we'll sell this. How about this page we'll sell that? Right? And then they're like, crap, now the products are in there. How do we even make this thing sell? Right? Now I know I have the funnel, I got the products. How does it sell? And I will tell you, that's exactly what I did. And it took another solid like 3-4 months for that thing actually to even sell well. And when I finally figured out that last piece, it was $1,000 a week, no ad spend for a year. It brought 50 grand in, right? Crazy cool. But looking back on how that whole thing went, it's exactly the opposite of what you should do. Okay. And unfortunately, it's the natural tendency of everybody who comes into the funnel world. They start over here with the funnel side, then they figure out what they should sell, then they figure out how to sell it. Wrong order entirely. Start the other way. Okay. So when I launched, one of the reasons why I felt like I could leave my job, which I was super sad to do, but I realized I needed to. Okay. You got to go the other direction. Okay. And this is one of the reasons why I knew I could leave the security of a 9-to-5, right? My very cushy, plush, amazing job next to the Russell Brunson. You know what I mean? I love the guy like a brother. It hurt me personally to leave. I didn't want to leave, but I felt like my own personal progression I needed to. So I did, right? But this is why I felt like I could. It's one of the reasons why. There's a few things that I was looking at that I knew was going to be the reason it would be okay. because I left with no product, no funnel, no script. There was nothing. I had nothing created. Okay. And within 4 days, I had already cash flowed 37 grand. And then within another 3 weeks, we were at like 60. And right. But the product wasn't even made. And this is what I did first. This is what we're going to go through with all of you students as well. I'm super excited to have you guys. Okay. And we're going to dive through. I think we got 9 of you today, something like that. Anyway, so number one, you got to start instead with the message. Right? The sales message. What gets people off of their butt and their wallet is like flying through the air? Whoosh, take my money, right? That's all you should care about. What is the sales message that breaks and rebuilds the beliefs and gets them to you and saying, yes, I am willing to buy, take my cash. Okay. And the issue is that people instead, they'll start over on the funnel side, right? And when you start on the funnel side, you end up creating an offer tethered by the funnel that you created. Does that make sense? And then you come up here to offer and you're like, cool, I made this sweet thing. I made this cool product, this awesome offer. And then you end up creating a sales message tethered by the offer that you put together, right? You immediately are going into an improvement-based offer when you do it that way. Instead, you do it the other direction, okay? Figure out the sales message and actually be collecting cash. And when you are actually collecting cash, then you create the offer that fulfills whatever promise your sales message made. Does that make sense? When you do it in that direction, oh my gosh, it's so much easier. And your customer is creating the offer with you, okay? The book, Innovator's Dilemma. Innovator's Dilemma talks about that. Since you're creating a new niche, the problem with markets that don't exist is that since they don't exist, they can't be analyzed. And since they can't be analyzed, right, you're not going to be able to you're going to make it based off of your own precepts. The issue with that is you are immediately going into an improvement-based offer. So the way to fix all of it is to sell. Figure out what message sells, what message gets people off their butt because people are inherently lazy, and money in your hand. And then you create the offer with them. You create the product with them so that they are helping you discover at the same time in tandem. It has to happen at the same time. Okay. They're helping you create this new niche, right? Together. It's not made off of your own precepts. It's not made off the precepts of just a single customer. You're doing it with the people that you've been selling. And when you do that, oh my gosh, it's so much easier. Number one, because you're not going to overshoot the bounds of what they need to feel fulfilled. But number two, though, you're going to be able to go in and they will literally help figure out, you're going to get cash in your pocket before you ever start doing it, right? And when I did this, I didn't get out there and say like, hey, here's a bait and switch on you. Like, oh, gotcha, it's not made yet. No, I was very clear and open. Look, it's not done yet. Because of that, I'm going to give you early bird pricing, right? Ezra Firestone just talked about this when in an interview with Ryan Moran, right? He does the exact same thing, right? He goes out and he sells a little bit cheaper to his beta group. I didn't, okay? And then they help him create the product, okay? Then when you know what offer sells and fulfills the message that you promised in your sales message, then you're going back and you're doing all the ninja crazy stuff with the funnel, okay? My funnel right now is limping along. I know it is so broken. I know it is. I don't care, right? For the first 3 months of me doing this, I have not cared. I don't even have a consumption. I don't have the bells and whistles in my funnel because I know it is not what makes the sale. The sales message is what makes the sale. Your product never is good enough to sell it by itself. So stop caring about it. It's not what puts cash in your pocket. Figure out what the sales message is, then go out and then fulfill whatever that promise was in the sales message, fulfill that with the customer, have them help you make it. And then you go out and then you start doing all the funnel stuff. Okay. And so I'm finally at a spot now where I just proved out that the funnel works. And now I'm circling back to the actual sales message itself. I'm fixing my script. Okay. A lot of stuff's wrong with my script. It's still the original script that I wrote pretty much 3 months ago. Okay. A lot of stuff I'm going to fix there. Then I'll go back to the offer, sexify that up, make that even more attractive. Really, really cool. Then I'll go back to the funnel, add more cool stuff, more ninja stuff. Then I'll go back to the script, back to the offer, back to the funnel, back to the script, back to the offer. Does that make sense? That's how I do that. And that's the way you do it, where you're not waiting like over a year to get paid like I had done the first time. So anyways, we're going to dive through some sweet people's funnels today. Make sure you got a solid plan and then help you implement that. And then we're going to go ahead and help you get a plan. So month one for you guys, just so you know, is all about getting that thing off the ground. And then month number two, and you can do it faster, but this is generally how I focus on it. Month number two is all about traffic. How
and reacting based on what the market is telling you. Be reactionary. Like I said before, this game is about you becoming a good detective rather than this brilliant innovator. That's not true. That's not how it works at all. People stress out. They're like, I got to be this big creative. No, you don't. You got to funnel hack first and then create something new. And you do them in tandem, right? Funnel hack and be creative second, not first. I was taught very wrongly in college about that I got to make something that's brand new, something totally prolific. Oh my gosh, it's got to be something amazing, something nobody's ever seen before. Are you kidding me? That's the most risky crap on the planet, and you will lose cash. Okay. So anyways, do it this way. Very excited. I don't care if you're selling e-com, info products, retail, right? B2B, doesn't matter. That's the model that I use, that I go through it. Okay. First sales message, what actually gets cash flowing? What are you going to do to fulfill on the promise that your message made, right? And then you obsess over the funnel, and then I repeat it several times till it's amazing. And then I feel like I can automate it and walk away and be like, sweet, boom, done. This is awesome. That's epic. Anyways, that was a rant. I should have podcasted that. Maybe I'll rip it out and toss it in there. All right, guys, super excited for this. Thanks so much. And let's dive into you students. Boom.
Hey, thanks for listening. The most common question I get is, Steve, will you look at my funnel? Of course. Whether you want me to coach you, give some hand-holding and guidance during your funnel build, or simply review the one you have, head over to coachmesteve.com and book your session now.